saying Perry. You're talking about Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that plays in your Diddy case or something?
What do you mean play? I mean, it's in the case. What do you mean plays into it? Like,
I mean,
what's
like
the
she said, she got an NDA that he gave her $30,000 after she was trying to file a lawsuit.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think that plays in, that weighed in?
That didn't make me move either way, only because I think what stood out to me most about that was when Diddy's attorney said to her, like, they were, let me not say what I think, they were trying to make the point of, this is what they said. So Mark Agnifilio said to her, you received the $30,000. He also then brought up the fact that she didn't speak to Cassie forever after that. And she was like, he said, what did she do that made her basically, Cassie feel like she had to pay you that $30,000? And Carrie stopped him and said, her? What did he do? Like, she redirected, she said, Cassie was just the middle person. Yes, we didn't speak because she didn't support me after that, and I draw the line in domestic violence, but it wasn't Cassie who did something to me. She made it clear that she alleged that it was Diddy who had that incident with her, the hanger incident and things of that nature. Cassie was just trying to make it clean, even though she was downplaying it in Carrie's opinion, which is why they weren't friends. I thought that stood out to me because it's very clear, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, that Carrie was in there, but like she has no ties to anyone. She's here just recounting what she could remember. And she was very clear about what she did not remember. She didn't miss that. She told you up front if she didn't remember something. And that stood out a lot because, I mean, she has no dog in the fight at this point. Like, she got her money. She moved on. She didn't speak because it was too much for her. But she did make sure that was clear because if you guys remember, when we had heard previous testimony and conversation, they tried to make that settlement between Cassie and Carrie Morgan as if this was Cassie admitted to being guilty for something, as if she was a part of this thing. And Carrie, on the stand, separated it. She said, no, this was his shit. And Cassie just came in and wanted to clean it up because of whatever the case may be, but she downplayed it. And I think that didn't make Cassie and everything that she had claimed look indifferent because, you know, it seemed like she was doing what I took from her testimony she had always learned to do, was just make things right because Cassie knew what to do. It was like a job for her.
So what is your overall take on it? If you want to summarize this on your own channel, what would you say?
What you gonna do later? You gonna do that later?
I got it for her friend Cassie, but that was my girlfriend, bitch. I would have been on that ass.
But they ain't friends
If
no
I
more.
would have seen somebody beating my friend ass like that,
But she did though. At one point, look, when they left the Intercontinental.
What about Rico? What about wait, my thing is, what about any like Rico and the 34 charges? It's like I'm hearing a bunch of Diddy's a bad guy, Diddy's a freaky guy. I'm hearing about abuse, but what about the actual criminal side of it? The Rico.
I think that it's still being set up. Like, I think that it's very slow on the prosecution side, but I think that they're setting up the players. I think they're setting up here's what each player did. I think they're setting up the coercion and the force by leaning. Because at first, I think the biggest conversation has been, this is not a domestic violence case. And we all can agree that it's not. But at the same time, the other day when the prosecution and the defense were arguing about being able to use Dawn Richard's testimony or not, that was like a big clear-up point for me because the argument was, can we use this because her recapping things that she allegedly saw happen to Cassie, it helps to create this like whole environment of violence and domestic violence that some of it we've been able to actually see, you know what I mean? Like we see it, we saw it on video, and she's recounting similar circumstances that would create a fear or an ability for him to allegedly be able to coerce or force or things of that nature. I think that they're slowly setting it up. I do think it's one of those things, and I think that's why for me it's hard to be like this side, that side. I did that the first couple of days and then things kept changing. You get the same information from the prosecution and defense and then it just changes. So now I'm just like, man, it's like the pieces to the puzzle, they're putting it together. I can't really answer that for you. I ain't even ready. I gotta go through the notebook. I got 2 notebooks here, 2 phones. I gotta go through all this. Like it's a lot. I can't do it right here on the spot. I can't. Come on over to Lauren Lorosa everywhere. Lauren Lorosa TV.
I'll be seeing you.
Yeah, and then Breakfast Club in the morning. The latest with Lauren Lorosa the podcast.
You can throw out your handles. Throw out your handles on all your.
Yeah, it's Lauren Lorosa. LOREN LOROSA.
Lauren Lorosa from the Breakfast Club.
TV on YouTube, and I have a podcast, the latest with Lauren Lorosa, which is where we do this daily. And y'all can catch me on the Breakfast Club every morning.
There you go.
it, girl. This
Right, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you, Lauren.
Wow.
Appreciate you, Lauren.
Thank you for tuning in to Watching the World.
Oh, hey, what's